Hey guys, William here with Patriot Containers. Saturday, 23rd. Every once in a while, I have an idea that pops up into my head about the cargo container industry to talk about, and one of them, it's a common question that I've gotten over the years from customers that think when they buy a container, is it first off the stack? And there's some confusion with that question is because a customer is made to believe that, and I don't know if they're told this from some other company or they made up this, but is it first off the stack? And the answer is no, it's not. It's if you are buying from a company that only sells one condition used and it's cheap, it's probably going to be a cheap priced crappy container. But the truth is every container that comes into a depot or this depot and shipping lines store their containers there, they have to go through an inspection process. They're either inspected for damaged, as is, wind and watertight, cargo worthy, and then IICL, and then new one trips. So when you buy a container, if it is sold to you correctly, wind and watertight, cargo worthy, as is, IICL, or new one trip, imagine if you were to buy a new one and then an as is container was at the top of the stack. That would be horrible. But the fact is when us container companies purchase containers from good shipping lines that actually inspect their containers properly, we have a choice of damaged, as is, wind and watertight, and we purchase with what we're going to give the customer. Now, there's companies out there that say they're going to sell you something nice, and then they purchase something junky, and they cross their fingers, and if there's something wrong with it, they're never accountable, and that's just the way it is. But, yeah, if I was to purchase and sell wind and watertight junk to my customers, your invoice and release number would say wind and watertight, and then that release number, a forklift operator goes to where those containers are at, what shipping line it is, because there could be 20 different shipping lines storing their inventory, and it has to be stacked up in the right stacks so they can actually access the right containers. So yeah, are the containers first off the stack? Not really. I mean, no, but if you're buying as is junk, which the company will never tell you that that's what they're selling you. So they'll sell you something verbally, and your invoice from the seller will mislead you, but their paperwork says something else. So if their paperwork says as is, and that release number that driver is there to pick up, they're going to go to that stack of as is containers, and that one is first off the stack, and there's no putting it back. It does not that does not apply with wind and watertight, cargo worthy, or IICL or new one trips. If they're sold to you correctly, they're in a right stack. And my drivers, let's put it this way, I always sell cosmetics first and then price second. If you reverse that role and you sell price first and function or cosmetics second, you're going to buy a crappy container. By avoiding problems, you sell cosmetics and function first and price second. Or at least that's what the customer should do. But that's how I sell them. I want to deliver my customers products that once it gets there, they're not calling me right away saying, hey, this thing's ugly, I don't want it, or I want a refund, or you suck. I just don't want to deal with that. That's why I provide a real service. But yeah, first off the stack. It's kind of a weird term because I don't use that term in anything when I'm selling containers at all. But people ask me, hey, are these first off the stack? I'm like, no, I sell these properly, and I buy upper class used containers and upper class new containers. So it's yeah, first off the stack. I guess there's some companies telling you that's how it is. You probably want to stay away from them too, because they're basically saying, hey, it's first off the stack. Whatever you get is what you get. Well, that's not really transparent at all. I mean, most likely if they're selling you a cheap price and telling you first off the stack, they're probably purchasing crappy containers for you guys, and all the all the lies that they told you of the we're nationwide, we're the most reviewed, we have lifetime warranties, money back guarantees. If you don't like your container in 30, 60, 90 days, we'll give you a full refund. Those are the biggest scam companies out there that on their terms and conditions, if you click on their website, usually at the very bottom, there's this little thing called terms and conditions. Some companies have 14 pages of terms and conditions. If you actually read it, it basically says that the company is not going to be accountable for any wrongdoing that they do to you, and you're going to be charged extra money for something that you haven't done. All you did was trust them. I don't have terms and conditions. I can give you a 100% money back anytime you want it. I don't deliver problem containers that you're going to want to refuse. I don't deliver containers that you're going to want to refund. I deliver containers on the right day, and they were sold to you with the truth. So when it gets there, you're happy. And I want you to be happy. I would assume that you want to be happy too. So back to the title of this video. First off the stack. Yeah, companies must be telling you that, and it's not really true. It's if you buy and sell these correctly, your release number for your specific container that you purchased is assigned to a size and a condition. If this condition was sold to you correctly, you won't be upset. If the company purchases the right container that they sold you, you won't be upset. As long as you buy good ones. When you guys buy wind and watertight containers, the companies aren't telling you that wind and watertight could be the rustiest piece of junk you've ever seen in your life, as long as it has no holes. But these companies that I just warned you about, money back guarantees, lifetime warranties, we're nationwide, we're the most reviewed. Those are the companies that prey on people of buying wind and watertight. They're just not being transparent about how ugly wind and watertight can be. Where it gets really bad is where they purchase damaged and as-is containers and ship them out to you, and then you get a container worse than wind and watertight, and then their warranty is JB Weld or a fiberglass patch kit. That's not a permanent fix. Whatever it takes to get you to go away, and then go file a complaint on them, and then they cover it up with fake 5-star reviews. So anyways, first off the stack, not 100% accurate at all. If you call me and I sell you a cargo worthy container, my invoice, my wire, my release, everything even I send to my driver, it's all gonna say cargo worthy. If it's IICL, and all my invoice numbers and my release numbers and my wires, my wire transfers, they all match. And it's just first off the stacks, it's not really true. If that was the case, this industry would be even worse. So anyways, guys, happy Saturday the 23rd. Have a good one. Bye.